All right, welcome back to the channel. We're in the little shop today, and the little shop is my garage at the house. The big shop is the garage over at Matt's, which we'll get over to. That's where Dusty, aka Tetanus Shot, the Dusty 56 is sitting. Over here, I just got some basic going on. I got the Hurricane Harley that you saw in the first video. I got the Rebel, that's the wife's Rebel. I call it the Rebel without a clue. Really low mileage bike that's barely been ridden, but got to pull the carb off it and clean that up because it's gunked up from sitting. I have no idea how this Harley, how the carb on this thing did not get gunked up, but it's pretty good. Just this is where I do some of the basic machine work, making parts. This lathe and mill's been dragged all over the country. Every time I move, it comes with me. Got my little tiny CNC over here. I got a laser engraver out in the shop. Got some 3D printers. So we're just, some basic hand tools here. Most of the tools are over at the other shop. Yeah. So let's get right into it. Let me flip the camera around here. All right. Down here on the Harley, got the new battery in. But one of the things that was wrong with it was the solenoid. So down in here is the starter solenoid. What that does is when the starter button is depressed, there's a plunger in here. Let me see if I can pull this thing out. Get my fat ass fingers down in there. It's kind of a pain. Say you're supposed to take all this other stuff apart, but of course, you know me, I didn't do that. I just kind of moved it around, broke an oil line in the process. Get down here, wrench this thing out of here. Okay, so there it is. So that is the plunger. Okay, so that fits inside the solenoid, and when you hit the start button, it's got a copper face on it on this side, and there's two shoes inside here, for lack of a better term. Should probably get a light and show you, but inside the housing, there's two basically contacts, and when you hit the starter switch, this goes forward and engages the starter drive, and that's how the starter starts. Okay, what was happening here is every time you'd hit the start button, it would just clunk, 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 make this clunking noise. So it sounded like an old, car with a dead battery. So started digging into stuff, tried the old tap on the starter with a hammer. That didn't work. So I got in here and I removed the cover. Cover's sitting over here on the bench someplace. I have no idea where I put it. Here it is. So took the cover off, and behind there is the plunger. So then I started looking for replacement parts, and they said that you could get a plunger cover with a button on it. A button on it. So I was trying to figure out, why would you need a button? Well, that's supposed to be in the event of this thing going bad. It's a Band-Aid for it. So you push it and the starter will engage. So I said, okay. Had the cover off, and I just said, oh, let's see what happens. I jammed my hand in there, and things started. You see that like half moon shaped piece? That, and there's another one. And when power is applied through this harness right here, by pushing a button, that's what draws this in. And it draws it into that cavity, which is super hard to see. And that's what engages the starter. All right, so I got that back in there. All right, you can see it. And then if I go up here and, let me see, you turn the key on, we got power. And then I go up here, put the flash over here so I can see what the hell I'm doing. All right, then I hit it. Hold on. Turn the damn key on. Now it'll start. Okay. So that's where we are with this. I have to either get a new solenoid or buy one of those kits. So what I was actually thinking about doing was making my own cover with a push button on it. Basically just drilling a hole in the top of this here and putting a button on it. So I might do that. I don't know. I don't know how much I want to get involved with this thing. I might just swap the starter out. The whole bike's got to pretty much come apart because, you know, it's been sitting outside, corroded. Just kind of, it was a beautiful bike. It's got 28,000 original miles on it, but it was really nice shape when I bought it. But now it's kind of, I don't know, tore up a little bit, but I'm optimistic I can get it back together and then get these two put together and out of the shop, and then I can get the Austin Healey back in here and, you know, start working on that and get Dusty back over here. I think I'm going to bring Dusty over here and weld the floor pans in. Got a new welder, Everlast welder. Pretty cool little welder. Runs on 220 and 110, so it's pretty cool. Got me a new plasma cutter. Also runs on 220 or 110. That car there, that's a car of my uncle, my late uncle. He's one of the guys that really got me started in cars and everything. So, yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm going to open the door and show you a couple other vehicles we got out here. It is cold today. It's about 24, 25 degrees. So, but it's sunny in West Texas and windy. So right here, let's flip it around again. We got Betsy. And if you look at the Instagram page, there's some pictures of Betsy on there from when she was in a whole lot better shape. I bought her with 61,000 original miles on her. 1993 GMC Sierra. The dent in the door was a result of a hurricane in Louisiana. I'll post some pictures of that. This truck is like fabulous. It's got 108,000 miles on it now. And it's a Sierra. And it's got deluxe interior, power windows, door locks, cruise, tilt, AC. It's a 350 TBI with a 5-speed, which is really a 4-speed because first gear's a granny gear. But we'll be putting these tires on it. So we got new tires and rims for her. Going to put a lift kit on her. We're going to go ahead probably do some stuff to, this is the Turbo Beetle. So 2012 Beetle I bought. It's got some paint damage, but I bought it cheap. I use it to run back and forth to El Paso. So really good little car, 6-speed turbo, and she'll get after it. Might put a bigger turbo on it. I don't know. Don't know what I'm going to do. Now the Austin Healey. Take a peek at the Austin Healey. Here's the Austin Healey. So, got the Austin Healey sitting here under a cover. It's a 80s, mid-80s kit car. There's the wheels that were on it. 4-lug Mustang rear wheels. 8.8 with 373s in it. The frame's been all painted and blasted. It's sitting under the cover. I got all the rest of the pieces tucked away. Got my trailer with my 2017 F-250 and enclosed trailer that I picked up storm damage. But yeah, that's so far everything. But you've seen everything but Dusty. So stay tuned. Stay tuned for some more vehicles and some. You know, just good hot rodding out here in the desert. Hey, just a reminder, if you like what you see, like and follow us on Facebook and Instagram, and like us and subscribe on YouTube. We got new merch coming out, so I'll be putting a link in the comments. So thanks for watching.